Alright, let's see how this thing works. Um, so this is my very first stream. I've never done it before. I'm not even sure that this is gonna work. I'm trying to figure things out, and hopefully I've set it up things correctly for this stream. I'm seeing myself in the window here in my next screen, and I see the live chat, even though obviously nobody is in here. So hopefully this is working. YouTube says that I am live, so I guess we'll see. I will do a little bit of sculpt here and see what if anybody will show up or not. So anyway, whoever is watching, welcome. This is my very first stream. So if you're following my previous videos, what I have here is a posed, roughly posed character, and I post this in Maya. I have a video that show that process. So what I'm gonna do now is I am going to hide everything except the body, and I'm going to adjust the shape of the body, because that's the main thing that I need to do before I can start sculpting the dress with the details. So as you can see, there's a lot of nasty thing going on here. So let's start with this. So let's see. Let's move out here this elbow, and this the arm here is bending. It's going inside way too much. Let's smooth this out a little bit, and let's see what we can do here. So alright, so basically what I've done, again, I have a video that showed that in detail, but what I've done was to let's see, can I change the material here? Let's go to here, select the material, and go fill object, or I can do this, fill object, and then I can choose any material I want. So what I was saying, that what I've done, I have imported my low poly mesh in Maya, and I put some bones in it very quickly, some quick rig setup, and wow, this is really not good. And so I put some bones in it, and I posed it, and then I've imported the low poly version of the dress that I have done the retopology in my last video, and just like that I have basically the dress assumed the same pose as the character, and I bring all the pieces back in ZBrush. If you have watched my Mr. Incredible video, I show the same exact process in there, so that's something to consider if you want to have some more detail about that process. So Here the arm twist here is uh, particularly bad, and obviously this hand is awful, but that's what it comes from the my simple rig from Maya. I will do, of course I will properly sculpt the fist. Now I'm just basically I'm just quickly trying to get to fix this main pose of her. So let's see, like that, and let's go up one level. Excuse me. And like this. All right. Now I'm not gonna do like a super accurate. Hang on, why? What happened? Oh right, I have to do. Yes, okay. I have to fill the material on the highest subdivision, otherwise when I scroll up, I will get the previous material. So what I was saying, that I'm not gonna be doing a super detailed adjustment here in this session. I just want to have a quick fix for this main pose. I mean, this is clearly just to clean up these things, like this mess here, and the shape of the breast here, and shape of the of the shoulder, and things like that. These things are particularly awful, so I'm just gonna quickly fix these, and I will refine the details and the pose. So all right, let's see. No one is in the chat, so I'm wondering if I'm doing this correctly, or maybe I am doing this correctly, but no one is interested in seeing this, which it's probably more likely the case. Let's bring this down a little bit. This is supposed to be the elbow here, but wow, that's some sharp elbow there. All right. Let's try to get some decent shape out of this. And let's see what we got here. Yeah, this is supposed to be probably more like here and here and here as well. Okay. Actually, so the majority of the people that watch my video, according to the statistics of YouTube, The majority of my viewers are from UK and United States, so it might be, actually let me check real quick, time in London. Alright, so there's not gonna be definitely not gonna be viewers from UK since it's like almost 2 a.m. in there. And let's see about California. It's 5 it's almost 6 p.m. so I'm assuming that the majority of people are not at home right now. So I might have also picked a really bad time to start this streaming. I am, for the ones that don't know, I am based in Japan. It's almost 11 a.m. Sunday, so there isn't. I didn't really. I did a mistake that I didn't really checked what time was in the other regions. I just had this chance of started streaming, and I did it. But I probably, if I'm gonna do this again, probably better idea to check what time is in UK and in United States, although it's not gonna be easy to find a timing that accommodates everyone. Yeah. So let's see what I'm doing here. This is bad. This is not what I want it to be. Okay, I'm using the wireframe lines to try and get this where I want. Okay, and needs to be a bit here. And here. So the elbow needs to be squeezed in a little bit more. And then it should come out from this side. And then the arm should enlarge here and here because of the muscles, obviously. So let's try to get that roughly in place. Alright, something like that. Also, I apologize. You might probably hear some kid's voice, and that's because my kids are playing in the next room, so I'm assuming this is not going to be a very relaxing video, but hey. So okay, to be honest, if you want to get some relaxing ASMR, I think there are way better channels out there to watch rather than this one. I'm just doing this way because I like it. I don't like to be very loud when I talk while I'm sculpting. Alright, something like that might work for now. She will have a little bit more muscle here, but for now that's might be good. Something like that. It will be nice if at least one person would join the stream. This is probably the lamest stream ever. If not a single person will join, this will be probably the saddest stream on YouTube. But again, I honestly, I should have checked the timing for United States and UK. Although, I mean, 6 p.m. in United States, so there could be someone that joined the stream at some point. And let's see. All right, let's keep this shape for now. Just want to maybe a little bit more here, like this. I don't want her to be like super muscly, obviously, but okay, something like that maybe. And let's smooth this out a little bit. All right. Now, shape of the breast here. Let's see. There is this contortion here that's not what I want. Alright, something like a little bit more like this. Okay, smooth here a little bit more. And let's see what we got here. So, that is it's not quite right, but I will adjust the shape of the breast a little bit later. Now I just want to get the main problems of the pose, like the neck, for example. Look at this mess. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. So let's get try to sort out the main problems here. And displaying the wireframe helps me a lot, because clearly these are your guides on what to see clear a little bit more clearly what's going on here. And so this is really not correct, but I will adjust this a little bit later. And as you can see, there's something really weird going on here. Oops. So and like that. Okay. Let's bend. All right, let's increase a little bit this area here. All right, for now. Now let's see if I can adjust here a little bit better. Okay. And okay, something like that for now. And here, let's see, what can we do? Again, there is this really bad twist going on. Let's see if we can adjust it a little bit. Alright, something like that. There's a little bit of smooth in there. Alright. Yeah, for now this could work. Now here. So let's see. This area here. Let's do a quick save for now. And still nobody in the chat. It's gonna be a very, very sad streaming. Alright, let's see if we can get this part to sort out a little bit better. So okay. All right. Smooth that. And we can actually smooth this part here. We don't need to see as much detail in there. All right. Okay. And I'm gonna refine obviously the musculature of this area, and I'm gonna adjust the anatomy further. I would like to see a little bit more curvature here. Like that. And all right. So let's see if we can clean up a little bit this mess here with the elbow, with the knee. And so something a little bit more like that. Also the knee, since there's a kneecap in here, it's gonna have to protrude a little bit. And gonna have to be a little bit towards this side. Like so. And let's see. Alright, something a little bit like this. And I'm gonna use later, I'm gonna use some reference, some photographic reference to properly adjust the shapes of the anatomy here. Now again, this is just a quick and dirty cleanup of this pose that I've got in Maya. As you can see, like I have things like here that didn't work out properly with the pose. So that's what I'm doing now. All right. All right. Let's see. Okay. so I'm gonna move on the okay, there was this area here I did not pay attention. Okay. All right. For now, this will do for now. And okay. Let's save. Oops. All right, let's save this. Now let's see if we can get a little bit of this fist. Let's hide that. Okay, so this is clearly a mess. So what I can do here, yeah, that's a big mess. This is gonna require some work. Let's go to move topological. And let's see what I can fix from here. All right. So I'm gonna need to move these guys out of the way. And the problem there is that the orientation is wrong. So let me think. So what I can do, my best option here will be to assign some polygroups here, and yeah, I probably should have done this before posing the character. So now I am a little bit of a difficult position, but let's see if I can. If I go into visibility and start clicking grow, this will unmask parts of my model, and grow. Okay, so grow one more, and let's see if I can manage to get that one. For now, if I go here, I'm thinking I want that up to there. So if I grow one more and then I hide these guys, it might work. So looks like this is good. So I'm gonna go down to polygroups and group visible. So in this way I can just click and isolate this finger and do what I need to do. So I can just move it around. As you can see, all the distortions here, but I won't have the rest of the hand in the way. Now this finger here looks really long. That's not the way that I want it. So let's try to adjust this shape. I don't want to do this. Need to be careful because if I go to 1 and click and drag, it's basically gonna move my finger around instead of moving the vertices. So need to be careful of not doing that. I don't know if this is it's a feature by design or if it's a bug. I would not expect ZBrush to do that. Let's see if actually it might be designed, because the regular move brush doesn't do that. So we have a first participant to live chat, which is Thiago Santana. Hi from Brazil. Hi Thiago. You are officially my very first viewer, so I'm really happy about that. And that's kind of my confirmation that the chat is working, the live streaming is working. So how are you doing? What's up? What's going on in Brazil? So let's continue in the meantime here. And again, this finger here still looks a little bit big and long, but for now that might do. And let's see, I'm gonna try and smooth out a little bit this area, so when I go back in my subdivision I shouldn't have too much of a weirdness going on, except here. This area is not great, but to be honest, it's not gonna be a visible area. So let's move these fingernails a little bit down like that. Let's see what we got so far. And actually, what I can do here, I can just isolate this part, and let's do actually Let's isolate up to here. All right. And I'm gonna do hide this one, group visible, so I can just switch between these two like that without too much trouble. All right. Now let's bring that finger a little bit more inside. So let's go back to my move topological there. And what I could do actually, I could mask out. Let's do that. I'm going to, let's use the selection here. I'm gonna mask out this area like that, and let's use the rotate. Now if I hold Alt and click, it's gonna bring the gizmo here, which is very handy. And then I could move that, but for some reason, why is my selection let's try to be a little bit more careful with the selection like that. And it looks like it's still grabbing some of that, which is pretty weird. Let's see if doing this might help. No. Okay. Thank you, ZBrush. Probably. Let's see if I can. Going up a little bit. Let's hide this part. All right. Is this gonna work? Let's find out. Yes, this is working. Okay, so now I can just move this finger in a little bit better, like so. Yeah, I don't want to move the whole hand, so something like that might be okay. So if I go up, yeah, that starts to look a little bit better. So I can just tweak this last part here, like that. Oh, look at that. We have a bunch of new people in the chat. So hello everybody. Hello Gergix. Hello Zombie Blades MC. You guys are my first viewers. As I was saying before, this is my very first live chat, so I'm very happy to see some people in there. I spent about half an hour with no people at all, so I was actually wondering if it was working properly or not. So I'm very happy to see someone in my chat. That's exciting. And So, how you guys doing? By the way, um, don't forget to drop a like, and that will help my channel, my small channel, a little bit. So, how are you guys doing? Um, since you probably are wondering what am I doing, I'm gonna show you a little bit real quick. So this is a small recap for you guys. So I have an upcoming video showing what I did with this character from my last video. So basically I have imported it in Maya, put some bones in it, and post the character, and then transfer the same attributes to the dress, so I got a quick and rough pose. And what I'm doing now, I'm basically just refining the pose that I've got from Maya, because obviously I'm not a rigger or anything, so the pose that I've got from Maya was very dirty, and I am just trying to clean it up a little bit in ZBrush. And this is not gonna be a final super detailed session. I'm just basically cleaning up the pose. And what I'm doing here, I'm applying some custom polygroups here and there. Meanwhile, we have some new user. So welcome to Xad Ose. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. How you guys doing? So let's continue, and I'm gonna isolate this hand here, and let's see what I can do. Again, this finger, same story as before. What I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna do the lowest subdivision, and I'm going to isolate just this little piece here, and I'm going to visibility and click grow. This is probably something that not too many people know or not too many people use, but it's a really good feature that's gonna help you, especially in this kind of situation when you have polygons occluding other polygons and things like that. So now I'm gonna hide these and grow again until I have some area to work with. As you can see, I've got a polygon there that I don't want. This is from the other polygroup, and let's see if I can get rid. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. All right. So looks like I don't really need this guy, and I might want to add this one. So if I click grow one more time, and then I get rid of these guys, like that. Where is this coming from? That's probably from the rest of the hand, from the palm. Again, that's not what I wanted to do. All right. Yes, so once again, now that I have these, I just go back to my polygroup, and I click group visible, so I have this finger isolated as well, and I can go and start adjusting that. So like this. Again, this, as you can see, this is very long, very long. That's definitely not the shape that I want for this guy. Let me use move topological, so I'm not gonna, hopefully I'm not gonna grab the polygons here in the back. And okay, by the way guys, for you that are watching right now, I know that I have one viewer from Brazil, and that was Thiago Santana. And then Zombie Play MC is from New York, and Gare Geeks, sorry for pronouncing it wrong, is from France. And that's pretty awesome. Who else do we have here, and where are you from? Leave a comment, leave a like, and if you haven't done it yet, click the subscribe button. But I'm pretty sure that if you're here, you're probably my subscriber already. So thank you so much for watching. Let's see. In the meantime, I'm going to use the smooth very gently and trying to get this finger where it's supposed to be, even though again this is let's do a selection like that and inverse this selection. And again, if you click the move, if you want to use, well, you can clearly if you click Alt, you can move the gizmo wherever you want, but you can also by holding Alt, if you just click on the mesh, it's gonna come wherever you are clicking, and then you can adjust it. And as long as you press Alt, you're gonna just interact with the gizmo and not with the actual shape. And if I let go Alt, this is gonna affect now the shape. So I really like this new handle system that they implemented in ZBrush for R8. I really wasn't a big fan of the transpose at all. It's still there. You can, if you want, if you click this button here, there you go. This is your old transpose, but I really never being a big fan of you. So let's move here. Let's see what we have if I go back one level. Okay, started to get better. And I need to inflate a little bit this part and smooth out this area here. Okay, like so. And then try to adjust a little bit the shape here. This looks, let's see where we are. Okay. Probably want this to be a little bit more on the top. So what I'm gonna do, if I can successfully isolate this guy, Actually, let's grab up to here. Okay. Something like that. All right, let's see if this is gonna work. And I've got that guy. Let's hide that. And that guy. For some reason, at this level, okay, the selection is a little bit tricky to do, but whatever. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to move this up, and if you just joined the chat, hello to you. And again, I apologize if you can hear some kids' voice screaming. My kids are playing in the next room, so but hopefully they're not going to be too distracting. And let's put this guy here. Let's bend it a little bit more in there, like so. And there's quite some distortion in there. Let's see if I can manage to fix it a little bit. Perhaps I want to check here this finger. Something like that. Let's see what we got. Yeah, it's looking a little bit better. I'm probably going later to make them a little bit more tight together. At the moment, I'm a little bit more concerned about the shape of individual fingers, because these are the ones that comes from Maya, and as you can see, they go completely inside the mesh here. So that's the thing that I want to address first. And let's go back to subdivision 1. So let's do the same thing as before. So Gergix or Gargix is asking, isn't it too difficult to find equilibrium between work, YouTube and family? Well, yes. I have virtually no time to do proper YouTube stuff, so every time I have a couple of hours, I try to do some work here on YouTube, and today I wanted to try this live streaming thing, which I actually probably gonna have to end in about 30 minutes or so. It was more of an experiment. I am very busy with work. Obviously, family takes all my time, so it's tough. That's why the people who do YouTube full time, they do that as an actual job. If you have a full-time job like I do, having to do YouTube stuff, it's very, very tough. During the week when I come home, I'm definitely not, I don't have any energy to start recording. I arrive home at 10 p.m. every day. So for the people who don't know, I work in a game company here in Japan. I won't say the name, but I mean, it's not too difficult to find out. And that takes all of my time. So as you can imagine, when I come home, I don't really, I'm not really in the mood to start modeling again. So I do that when I can during the weekend. But again, family stuff always have priority, of course. So I do what I do when I can. So let's go back here. While I was talking, I completely lost concentration over what I was trying to do. So let's try to get back on track. I'm gonna click on grow here. And that's going pretty good. Grow one more and maybe get rid of this guy. So this one, it's pretty good. Let's go again to polygroups and group visible. Let's see what I got. I might want to have these polygons as well. So let's grow one more time. Let's go to visibility and grow one more time. I don't want this guy. And I don't want this. Whoops, I don't want these guys. But so let's go to polygroups, group visible. Yeah, that should be okay. So that should be okay. Now isolate this guy and let's see what I got. Actually, so the finger there, so Gergex says congratulations to you, especially that the Japanese are known for their exigency. It is tough. I have to say that I very much love living in Japan. Life in Japan is great, but working in Japan kind of sucks. Because yes, you have to work many hours, and it's really demanding. But at the same time, I would say that at the end of the day, it kind of pays off. When you have the chance of working with some really cool stuff, it pays off in the end. So, but yeah, it's definitely tough. So let's move this guy here. Let's see if it's doing some damage there. I don't quite understand why, if I do the selection here, alright, now it works. For some reason, at this level of detail, ZBrush tends to not be very precise with the selection. So let's move this guy up there. And let's move it there a little bit. Now let's see if I can manage to make this finger of a decent length. Let's move this guy here. And what happened if I do this? Yeah, that might work. That might work. So let's adjusting the fingers of the hand. It's quite a tedious task. It's quite annoying, especially when you have to make a fist, like in this case. By the way, I'm gonna show you something. This pose here that I'm using, it's let me uncheck real quick. So this pose here that I'm using is a straight ripoff of another figure that I saw online. So if someone have seen this before, it's because I have shamelessly copied the pose from another superheroine figure that I found online. So yeah, I'm guilty of that, but hopefully this character is gonna be different enough, so this hopefully I'm not gonna get any lawsuits with whoever did the other figure. So I don't think you can copyright a pose, can you? I hope not. Again, if you're watching, if you just tune in, I will adjust the shape of her breast later on, as well as the rest of the anatomy. This is just very rough, and it's gonna be the anatomy here, the musculature and shape of the breast, shape of the shoulder and the arms is gonna be clearly, is gonna be refined later. Again, I'm just basically cleaning up the pose that I got from Maya, so they can have something semi-decent to work with. So Z-Modeler. So the problem with Z-Modeler, so again, Gergix is asking, maybe tools from Z-Modeler are more appropriate for the selection. The problem with Z-Modeler is that if you do have subdivisions, you can't pretty much do anything with Z-Modeler. Z-Modeler is great, it's a great tool, but it only works with the preview of the subdivision. If you already have a higher mesh, higher subdivision level, and you already sculpted there, you cannot use Z-Modeler. I'm gonna show you. So if you go to Z-Modeler here, and let's say that I want to add a loop here, and I go into, let's see, let's do a single poly. I don't want a Q mesh. I want to where is insert? I can't find it. So I have insert point. Okay, insert poly loops, and I go to poly group. Let's see, poly loop here. So if I try to do that, as you can see, action cancel because the mesh is composed of multiple subdivision level. So pretty much any tools of Z-Modeler only works when you don't have subdivisions. So in this case, since I already have some sculpt to a higher resolution mesh, it's not gonna help me, because if I delete my higher resolution mesh and re-subdivide this, it's just gonna be a smoothed version of this one. It's not gonna retain any of the sculpted details that I already have. So Z modeler is great when you start a new mesh, but not very useful at this stage. But yet again, for selection, I find that the visibility grow function works pretty well. So that's good. All right, let's do it one more time here. Let's grow a bunch of times. All right, so Geargex is asking, did you try with the freeze? I have not. I have not tried with the freeze, actually. That's actually a good idea. I should definitely try. Let's try and see right now. I'm curious. I am curious. So let's see. First of all, I'm going to do a quick save because I don't want to screw things up. So let's see if that's gonna work. So let's go to geometry and let's click on freeze subdivision levels. So now they are frozen. Let's see if Z modeler will allow me to do a poly loop. Oh, look at that. Look at that. So now if I unfreeze, is this gonna work? Oh god, remapping high-res details. Yeah, that's what I was... Yeah, I was scared of this. So let's see what it's gonna do. I'm not a huge fan of this because what it's doing, it's basically doing a projection. So I'm assuming that he subdivided the mesh and now he's reprojecting the high-res detail to it. So it could work, but that it's not something that I'm a big fan of. Also, it's taking really long time, considering that my computer is very old. I'm running on a 7 years old computer here, so I think I only have like 16 gigs of RAM, and this also might even crash ZBrush, so let's wait and see. It's taking a little bit of time. My screen became all blurred because that's what happens with this new version of ZBrush when the refresh of the operation is interrupted. It becomes like this, kind of slightly blurred, and it stops refreshing the screen for a while. Alright, so it seems that it has done something. So it worked. It worked for some reason. So if I check here, it seems that it did a good job in reconstructing, reprojecting my detail. I don't see any major artifacts, or actually not artifacts at all. So yes, thank you Gary Gigs, for your suggestion. It does work. It might be actually something doable for a modern computer. However, in my situation, I think I'm going to keep the so what I can do now here, I can go and do go to polygroups, auto group. It's gonna split this guy, and then I can just isolate these two and group visible. So alright, so thanks again to Gare Gigs for his suggestion, and good night to you. He said he's going to sleep. So that was interesting. It's working, although again, as you can see, on my computer it's kind of too slow, but it does work. So I'm assuming it's something that you can definitely consider doing in alternative to what I did before. So if you're still watching the streaming, just don't forget to leave a like. And is there a way I can see if I got any likes? I don't know. I don't see the likes here in my YouTube window, so I don't know. All right, so thank you, Gear Geeks, and thank you to everyone who joined. So I think once I will finish up this hand, and then I will leave the streaming. I will close the streaming. This was more of an experiment for me as well. So I will be ending this soon. It's interesting. It's quite interesting. So I might do that again sometimes. So let's see. For now, I'm gonna finish up this finger here. All right. And make it a little bit bigger here. Like so. Something like that. This is the index finger, and again, it's probably too long again. Um, but since this it's a fist, so I'm not too worried about that. I just want to try and get some decent shape here, but alright, like that. So let's check what we got so far. Alright, so I'm gonna have to adjust this part here, bring it outside like that. And inside like so. All right. Gonna smooth it out a little bit there. And smooth it out a little bit in there. And then basically I'm gonna have to make these each individual finger closer to each other, because when you make a fist, you don't really have these gaps in here. Your hands folds nicely, and so I will have to make these guys attach together a little bit better, and also adjust further the shape here of these fingers, because these fingers here, they need to curl and they need to basically bend towards the center. So that's something that I will have to adjust further. But overall, compared to what I had in the beginning, this was this looks better. So let's do some last small tweak. All right, like that. If I go up one level, let's see what we got. Yeah, it's starting getting there. Although this finger here, the index finger, is not supposed to be, so it's not supposed to be longer than the middle finger. So let's bring this down. So the index finger, it's supposed to be long, almost the same as the ring finger. That's something to keep in mind. So and also the length here of the middle finger, it's slightly, the middle finger obviously is the longest finger in the hand, so need to check the length there. Yeah, that might work. And as you can see, when I check here, these fingers, they should kind of align, except for the pinky. So the fingers here should be like that. This should be the longest one, like so. Alright, kinda like that. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. So yeah, it's getting there. It's a little bit better. Next is the thumb. And the thumb here is, let's isolate again here. Let's grow like this. And polygroups, let's make a new group. Actually, let's grow one more time. Okay, and polygroup, group visible. Let's get another color because, alright, that's better. So with this color here, let's hide this guy there. So as you can see, I'm doing the fist myself. Again, this thumb finger here is way too long. Way too long. So, and there should be some sort of okay, some sort of shape, straight shape here, like that. Okay. Something like that. And let's check here. If I do the fist, this should be definitely not here, but it should be here. So I have to bring down this whole part here. It needs to go way down there. So let's adjust the shape here, and like that. Right. Let's bring back and we need to definitely there's here that's supposed to go up like so. Okay. And again, this is gonna have to move closer to this area here. Okay, let's isolate the finger and let's see if I can get it to a shape that doesn't suck. And all right, let's do something that looks better. All right. Like that. And let's bring that up. As well as here. All right. So, yeah. Something like that. This is supposed to be a girl's hand, so let's try to keep it a little bit more feminine if we can. Now obviously I need to sculpt the folds of the hand. That's gonna be done later. Keep in mind that this area here is covered by this thing, so I'm gonna just have to sculpt this area here, the folds here in the hand, but it's something that definitely needs to be done. So yeah. All right. So let's check here. We are at 1 hour and 35 minutes of streaming. So let's see what we got so far. So we've got, let's smooth one more time. So we got a little bit better elbow, a little bit better wrist, although the wrist I'm not happy with it at all, so I'm gonna need to adjust it further. This wrist shape is a bit weird, so I'm gonna need some work there, but for now I can live with that. And okay, maybe something like that. This shape is a disaster. Here I'm gonna have to work on the shoulder quite a bit, but I'm gonna leave it like this for now. I'm gonna have to use I'm gonna pull up some photo reference, try and help me with this shape, but yeah, as well as the neck. The neck here is not natural at all at the moment. It needs to be adjusted, but there was some nasty distortion going on there, so I just wanted to get rid of those first. The neck needs to be adjusted. This arm here looks alright. Obviously I'm gonna have to adjust the other fist the same I did with this one. This area here needs to be refined, but as well as the leg here, and obviously the shape of the breast needs to be adjusted a little bit better, so to match this pose. But overall it's not too bad as for a start. So yeah, I will I think I'm gonna stop the streaming here, and I will continue probably offline. This is the refining of this sculpt. It's probably gonna take quite some time, so I might once I've done with the body, I might do another stream where I take care of the dress. Now the dress is just a complete mess. If I go to all high, as you can see, I need to adjust. There's a lot of things popping out. So if I go all low, this is what I've got so far. And yeah, it's a decent start, but there's still quite a lot of work to be done on this body. So let's just, I'm sorry if I just need to end this stream, otherwise I will just keep doing tiny adjustment, and I will not end the stream. I will just keep going and talking. I definitely need to adjust here. But yeah, for today, my very first stream experiment. I've got a few people. It was quite interesting to see. There weren't too many comments, but there were someone nonetheless. So I think I'm gonna finally end the stream right now. So thank you for watching. This was kind of fun, and I will probably do that again in sometime in the future. And meanwhile, I have one upcoming video which I show how I achieve this this bass pose in Maya. I need to do the voiceover for that. I recorded just the video. I have to do the voiceover, and then I will upload that hopefully today. And yeah, so until the next time, thank you for watching. Thank you to everybody that came by and say hi, and hopefully I will see more of you guys next time. And I promise I will try to stream at a better timing, something that is more suitable for people from United States and Europe. So again, thank you for watching, and see you at the next streaming. Bye guys.